You caught fire essentially.
Uh-huh.
You got an opportunity to be on set and on screen with some heavy hitters
Mm.
in film and television.
Mhm.
Two that I can name: Michael
Yeah.
Keaton
Hmm.
and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Were there some nuggets of information that you were presented from them as you're working? Like, did they give you something where you said, "Oh, that's how they did that," or "Oh, he said it like this"? Did they give you any? Did you catch any like things from them or maybe others? It doesn't have to be just the big stars, right? Were there some like what are some of the things that you catch on set that even took you to a higher level?
Now I'll tell you, with Michael Keaton, it was really just watching him. Like watching Samuel L. Jackson was like, and I always say it was like watching a master class because he would get into character, but he was still himself. Like he has his own. If you ever watch any of his movies, he has like a rhythm in the way that he talks. Right?
Yep.
He has this rhythm, and that rhythm is still there, but he took it to another place. And then he has experience, like with dope with the show I was on.
Yeah.
Y'all, the reason I'm not saying, because the writers are on strike, and I know we're going to talk about that later. The
Hmm.
actors are on
Hmm.
strike, trying to,
Yep.
um, but with that show, because based on his experiences, like he was pulling all of that in, and so I remember us doing a scene together, and his hands were shaking, and he was walking around in a circle. He was like, "Okay, all right, I'm ready," and then but then pulls you in because like as you're looking at someone, like looking in their eyes, it's like you're having this conversation, and it makes the circumstances that are surrounding you feel real in that moment. It's
Yeah.
like because just like you and I are having a conversation, it's
Hmm.
like we're having a conversation, and
Right.
like we're really those people for that moment. It's so interesting, and so it made me see that it's okay for you to really be yourself because it's you. It's that thing that's unique about you that's going to bring life to that character. I
Yes.
really learned that from him. And being with Samuel L. Jackson, that's where I heard him say, if I don't watch my movies, who else is going to watch them? And he has his favorite. He has a favorite. One of his movies is his favorite. He said, yeah, the most favorite movie I ever did was da 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 da. You
Yeah.
know, and I was like, okay. And then we're having conversations, so everybody's talking. We're in this room. Everybody's sitting on set. We hadn't started filming yet, just talking, talking, talking. They're sitting at the table laughing. Dominique Fishback was there,
Yeah.
sitting at the table just laughing, having a conversation. And they're like, okay, okay, and scene. And it was just a continuation of that. Them just having fun with each other, just in those different circumstances.
Man.
But it was like a
Yeah.
continuation of the conversation. So that was a lesson for me. I was like, oh, so it's really me. It really is just you being yourself. If you think about like your favorite actors, especially A-list actors,
Mm.
when you see them from one role to the next, for the most part, and then you watch them in an interview, for the most part, you're seeing the same thing.
Right.
Watch their interviews, like Kevin Hart, for example. Watch him do interviews, and you watch him on screen, or see a comedy show. You're seeing the same person. It's just
Eh,
in different places. And so that's what it
Yeah.
taught me being on set with them is bring you because that's what's going to make this character really shine. Bring you.